The night shift at KFC was never supposed to be anything more than routine. Flip the fryers on, clean the counters, serve the occasional late-night customer. It was easy money for Darren, a college student trying to make ends meet. The dim glow of the streetlights outside cast long shadows across the empty parking lot. It was always quiet past midnight, just him, the security cameras, and the faint hum of the kitchen appliances. It was on a cold November night that things started getting strange. At around 2 a.m., a car pulled into the parking lot. It was an old, rusted sedan, its headlights flickering like a dying candle. The engine cut off, but no one stepped out. Darren watched through the drive-through window, waiting for movement. 5 minutes passed, then 10. He finally pressed the intercom.
Welcome to KFC. Can I take your order?
Silence. Just static, crackling through the speakers.
If you're ready to order, please speak.
More silence, and then a whisper.
Not yet.
Darren's stomach twisted into a knot. He peered outside, but the interior of the car was shrouded in darkness. He couldn't make out a face. Just as he was about to dismiss it as a prank, the car's headlights flared up, blinding him momentarily. When his vision cleared, the car was gone. No sound, no movement, just an empty lot. Shaking it off, he returned to cleaning. But something gnawed at him. He checked the security footage. The camera captured the car pulling in, but the moment the headlights turned on, the feed cut to static. When it returned, the lot was empty. Darren replayed the footage over and over, but the result was always the same. The next night, the same car appeared at the same time. Again, no one stepped out. Again, silence on the intercom. This time, Darren didn't wait. He stepped outside, gripping his phone in case he needed to call for help. As he approached the vehicle, his breath fogging in the cold air, he noticed the license plate was missing. The windows were rolled up, yet he could swear he saw something shifting in the darkness inside. Then a sharp tapping sound, not from the car, from the restaurant window behind him. Darren spun around, his pulse hammering. A figure stood pressed against the glass, pale, gaunt, with hollow eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light. Its mouth was stretched into a grotesque grin. It raised a skeletal hand and tapped again. Darren staggered back. When he turned to the car, it was gone, just like before. But now the figure at the window was gone too. He bolted inside and locked the doors. He wasn't taking any chances. Checking the security footage, he saw it. The car, the figure, both appearing at the same time. But the thing at the window, it hadn't walked up. It had just appeared. One frame, empty glass. The next, its face pressed against it. He called his manager, who dismissed it as exhaustion and paranoia.
Just finish your shift. I'll review the footage in the morning.
But Darren didn't last until morning. At 3:15 a.m., the power went out. Emergency lights flickered on, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The hum of the appliances died, leaving an unsettling silence. Darren clutched his phone, using its flashlight to navigate through the pitch-black kitchen. Then, the tapping started again. But this time, it was coming from all around him. The walls, the ceiling, the floors. A rhythmic, methodical sound like nails against glass. His breath came in short gasps as he backed into the office, locking the door behind him. His fingers trembled as he pulled up the security feed. Every camera was filled with static, except one. The back storage room. The screen showed a dark, hunched figure standing among the shelves. Its back was to the camera, but its head was tilted at an unnatural angle, like it was listening. Then, in a sudden jerking motion, it snapped its head towards the camera. Its eyes burned like dying embers, and its mouth twisted into a jagged, unnatural grin. Darren didn't wait. He bolted from the office, sprinting toward the front doors. But as he reached for the handle, he saw it. The figure was standing right outside, inches away, staring at him through the glass. Its breath fogged up the surface as it whispered something inaudible. Then, the lights flickered back on, and it was gone. The power was restored. The cameras returned to normal, but Darren had seen enough. He grabbed his things and ran, not even bothering to clock out. He never went back. When his manager reviewed the security footage the next day, she found nothing unusual. No car, no figure, just an empty restaurant. And the final frame of the recording before the power came back on. a single foggy handprint on the front door. Some say the KFC Darren worked at was built over an old burial site, while others claim a worker had mysteriously vanished during a night shift years ago. Whatever the case, the night shift there never feels truly empty. If you ever find yourself working alone past midnight, listen carefully. If you hear tapping on the windows, it might already be inside.